Yeah, I'm connected by mobile, so
Oh, you're looking good. ठीक है. So yeah, guys. So before we start, a big shout out to all the mentees. I mean, from our past 3-4 years, I think this has been the best year. All the students have been so great, and we have practiced probably the maximum which we have done in last 3-4 years. So this year, practice, enthusiasm, excitement, everything was at its peak. Really, I mean, uh, heads off to everyone for working so hard. So yeah, let's. The structure of the session will be in this manner that we'll start with the things that should be clear for today, and then we'll talk about events that might happen for tomorrow, and then we'll open for Q&A. Everyone can probably go on mute so that voice is clear. Yeah. So first thing, guys, which is very important. Hi, Veer. Ki forget all the mocks that you have taken so far, and matlab, it doesn't matter whether you have scored 50, 60, 80, 100, 150 or 200. It does not matter at all. Uska impact jo aana tha, that has already been done. At this part of moment, the only thing you need to remember is your highest score. जितना भी आया है, be it 70, 80, 100, 150, जितना भी आया है, the only thing which you should carry forward is your highest score and nothing else. It might be possible कि last week में you might have taken some mocks and your last mock may not be that great. Starting में अच्छा score आ रहा था, maybe last 2-3 mocks से scores are not really great, but that is okay. It is expected to happen. काफी लोगों के साथ हुआ है. As I've gotten a ping, it might happen because of multiple reasons. Maybe you have different energy level while you're attempting a mock. You are distracted. लग रहा है कि यार डी डे बस आने वाला है 2-3 दिन बाद, चलो ठीक है, let's just get rid of this mock, एक एक mock बस निपटाने. So it's okay. मतलब I don't think it really matters at this point of time. If you guys have scored, I think 75 to 80 plus in any of your mock, I think you all are in, like, very good shape to at least cross 95 percentile का barrier. उसके बाद the more has been your preparation and जितना तुम focused हो उसके accordingly scores will change. But I'm very confident कि अगर तुम्हारा score एक बार भी 75-80 cross किया है, then you are very much capable of targeting 95 plus percentile. It can be 97, 98, 100, 99, 99.5, does not matter. But yeah, that is very much doable in my experience. So most important thing, अभी कोई मॉक स्कोर से डिस्कशन नहीं करना है, ना उसका बैगेज लेके कैरी करना है. जस्ट रिमेंबर योर हाईएस्ट स्कोर 100, 110, 95, 150, that's it. Second very important thing is, before going ahead with this, how many of you are non-veg here? Can I just see how many of you are non-veg? Yeah, so it is probably for those guys. Try to avoid non-veg food today and any sort of junk or fried food. आज ट्राई करो, आज नहीं खाओ, कल पेपर देने के बाद जितना बिरयानी या जो भी नॉनवेज खाना है, हैव इट एट योर ईज, बट ट्राई नॉट टू हैव any non-veg or fried food today. The only reason why I'm saying this is because it in a way creates lethargy in your body. A lot of research papers says this. It's not me who is saying this. So try to avoid any sort of junk food. Have simple staple food. At least for tonight and for tomorrow breakfast. ऐसा नहीं कि सुबह breakfast में मस्त कचौरी वचौरी पराठे खा के नहीं जाना है. Just have very normal food, right? मतलब just that is bare minimum required. Try to control your urges if you are a foodie till tomorrow. उसके बाद whatever you want to do, it's all yours. Does not matter. Right? And third, and the final thing that is required to be done today is try to sleep by maximum 10:30, 11. उसके बाद delay मत करना. At least if you are in slot 1, even if you are in slot 2 या 3, ऐसा मत करना कि रात को 1 बज गई, 1:30 बज गई, 2 बज गई. I'll check on groups and I should not find anyone saying anything in any of the groups. I am myself added in, I don't know, 15-20 groups में तो मैं already हूँ. So I should not see anyone. मतलब 11 is the hard deadline. 11 तक सब लोग try करो सो जाने का. I know it will be difficult, but yeah, just try to go to bed. Listen to music, but try to get rid of social media after 11 p.m. Very, very, very important. And why these will be important? इसका क्या impact पड़ेगा? That I'll just talk about lately. So yeah, these are the 3 things which you must do for today. Now moving further for the exam and the D-Day. First thing, exam ka kit. How many of you have already prepared exam ka kit? Or any questions that you have कि क्या ले जाना है क्या नहीं ले जाना? Maybe someone, Gagan, you can unmute and then you can just
Sir,
say all the things that are required for tomorrow.
admit card, photo, you have to stick it on it before you go. The
And photo must be same as what you had pasted.
photo must be the same as you have uploaded in the CAT form. A bottle of hand sanitizer, a pair of rubber gloves, a mask is a must. A bottle, if you have that, it must be transparent. Your pens must be transparent as well. And identity proof, Aadhaar card or PAN card or whatever you have. I think that's also.
Yeah. So Milind, passport will also work. You asked me once, right?
ये पेन
Passport
ट्रांसपेरेंट
works.
क्या है?
क्या?
यूज एंड थ्रो पेन ले जाना था ना?
नहीं, मतलब I don't think ऐसा कुछ है. Any simple pen यार.
Sir, when they actually when they say simple pen, back in the advanced days, it used to mean a transparent pen because people try to conceal stuff in the other kind of pen.
मतलब
that's all I'm saying.
Just take pens and अगर ऐसा कुछ होगा तो they'll give you pens. अगर नहीं चलेगा तो probably take ball pen. I will advise black and blue would be a good combination, at least for your DILR sets while you're drawing multiple tables and marking things. So one black or one blue should be fine. Red wear, मतलब I personally like black क्योंकि white sheet होगा तो उसमें black and blue looks better. Red थोड़ा fainted से लग सकता है, but yeah, it's all your choice. But take two different colored pens, पूरा इनको, ठीक है?
Sir, I don't usually attempt sets in different colors, so I'll just take my
Works. Yeah, so whatever you have been doing in last 1 week or 2 weeks, whatever you are very much comfortable with, whatever you are acclimatized with, use the same thing. Do not change, Abhi, okay?
Sure.
Yeah, so any questions here on exam kit? And make sure you do it right after the session if you have not done already. एक backpack बना लो, उसमें have maybe a transparent poly bag or maybe a folder, something like this. एक ऐसा कोई plain folder ले लेना. And इसमें you can just put all your things. So,
Sir, can you confirm one thing? We are not supposed to wear gloves during the exam, right?
the case is that it is not mandatory for you to wear gloves during the exam because while you're writing things, it might hinder you while writing and solving questions at a faster pace. So it totally depends on you. If you are not comfortable wearing gloves, if you have not practiced at least a mock by wearing gloves, try to avoid it. But gloves will be mandatory while you are entering into the center.
Sure.
Okay, so probably I'll advise to take one extra pair, two pair of masks, two masks, two pair of gloves, and one transparent water bottle, your ID card, and photograph bhi ek extra le jana. In case that photograph doesn't work, you always have a backup to fall upon. Phone won't try not to carry in the exam inside the exam center. ये सब बाहर रख देना. So ideally, I also confirm. मतलब most of the centers have some locker जो वो तुमको center के अंदर या center के बाहर दे देते हैं. So कुछ होगा वहाँ पे they will ask you to put all your belongings. You can keep it there. They'll give you some landmark कि यहाँ पे आके तुम ले लेना and that's it. ठीक है? So make sure that your exam kit is ready by maximum 3 PM today. कल time नहीं मिलेगा. Don't wait till tomorrow. And as I've already said, sleep by max. I'll just reiterate my point. Ki sleep by maximum 11 PM. Get up early in the morning. If you are in slot 1, try to get up by 5:30. And have some breakfast and then go. Bina breakfast ke mat jana because you probably have to wait for 1.5 or 2 hours before writing the exam. So it is like a 4 to 5 hour of duration that you have to sit in the center. वहाँ पे infra may not be that good as it is at your home. So be ready for all of that. So have some good amount of breakfast ताकि you don't feel tired or hazy while writing it. ठीक है? And हाँ ठीक है. Morning में उठ के try for tomorrow to do मतलब spend at least 20 minutes, 10 minutes for some warm up, some exercise, and 10 minutes for some meditation. if you don't do it on a daily basis, try to do it tomorrow, because iska impact in some or the other way, it does affect your performance. Matlab, there might be cases ki paper काफी stressed out हो गया, and these things do help you. So spare 10 plus 10 minutes, 10 minutes meditation. Put any yoga, matlab YouTube पे जाके search कर लो meditation का tone and just chant om, something like that. But these behavioral things does help you to keep your mind unwavering. So it is an important aspect, I feel. Yeah, Gagan, you had a question? Acha, ठीक है, fine. ठीक है, now next important thing, reach center in advance. जो time, जो तुम्हारा reporting time है, try to be uh, at par with that reporting time. Don't say कि भाई मेरा exam का slot तो 4:30 का है, so मतलब so मैं just exam slot के आधे घंटे पहले पहुंचूंगा. No, काफी ट्रैफिक हो सकता है. इट इज लाइक कोविड सिनेरियो, एनीथिंग कैन हैपन. सो दैट इज व्हाई दे एडवाइस यू टू कम 1.5 hour or 2 hours before your exam actual time. So try to reach the center in advance. And particularly, how many of you have a center in Delhi or Delhi NCR? Anyone who has a center in Delhi NCR here? Simmer, okay. Simmer, thoda sa be careful. Supriya, I think there is this farmers protest going on. Last I checked, ये लोग चंडीगढ़ हरियाणा सारे बॉर्डर सब कुछ सील्ड हो गए थे. So get yourself मतलब well aware of this situation, and accordingly have some buffer time. हाँ मतलब I think dissolve हो रहा है, but it is going to take some time. I'm not sure कि वो अभी 100% हुआ ही नहीं हुआ है. So make sure कि ऐसी कुछ भी contingency आ जाए, so you are well prepared. So have some sort of buffer time. ठीक है? Yeah. Next, and probably the most important thing is avoid distractions while writing the paper. Now, what do I mean by distractions? Distractions can be at the center. It can be while writing the paper. And what sort of distractions or probably unwanted situation जो शायद तुम लोगों ने experience नहीं किया होगा, probably those guys who are writing CAT for the very first time, these are the things that may happen. First, तुम गए अंदर, तुमको जो सेंटर, जो पीसी मिला है, जो रूम मिला है, that is not good enough. काफी bad infrastructure हो सकता है, because these are local centers. किसी को schools भी मिले हैं, universities भी मिली है, किसी को proper test center भी मिले हैं. So it totally depends, but be ready for any sort of bad infrastructure. Someone who is sitting next to you might be sneezing or coughing. That may be a sort of distraction. Okay, so these are the distractions that I'm just making you count. So you have to be mentally prepared for these things. The mouse, I think इस time तो वो लोग mouse देंगे नहीं, but maybe keypad या some of the keys might not be working. ऐसे cases हुए हैं in the past where we have seen students struggling with it. They just lose their temper. So these are the things that might happen. People who are sitting next to you might be murmuring continuously. So that may be a buzz to your ears and you may not be able to focus. These are the things that again might happen. Your system may not be bright enough. It may not be of adequate HD quality. ये सारी चीजें हो सकती है. You might be distressed of something that might have happened back at your home. So make sure you are in a good and a positive environment, away from all the nuances or noise that may be happening nearby with you, with your family, anything of that. So try to get yourself isolated, at least from these noises. And one very practical case, there might be a case ki a very beautiful and a gorgeous girl or a boy might be sitting next to you. So make sure that you're not distracted. ठीक है, बहुत बार होता है, बहुत लोग सेंटर पे खड़े हैं यार, चलो ठीक है यहाँ पे, बिकॉज काफी लोग आएंगे. So make sure that you are very calm and तुम distract नहीं हो. This is for all the people, be it boys or girls. These things happen, and these are like very natural things at this age. So it might happen. All the negatives may surround you, and this is what I call the distraction. यहाँ तो मैंने problems बता दी कि okay, these are the problems that might happen. Now solutions क्या है इसके? You have to basically develop that sort of attitude to keep your mind unwavering through sleeping early in the night, having good breakfast, sparing 10 minutes for meditation and 10 minutes for exercises. If you do these things, it may help you to overcome and keep you focused during the exam. Okay, so this was my fourth point. Fifth, fifth point which I wanted to highlight is, see, what I expect and what you all should expect from yourself after writing tomorrow's exam is you should not come back and say ki I could have done better. That is definitely not the right situation to be in. So it doesn't matter whether you score 90, 95, 99 or 100. All you have to do is to give your best tomorrow, and you should not come back and say कि यार I could have done better अगर मैं ये करता. So those what ifs should not definitely come to your mind after writing the exam. If that happens, probably you've lost something in your temper. And I believe कि you all have worked hard, and anyone who works hard is bound to succeed. So I don't think there is any challenge unless you mess up yourself. Make sure that in the last day you are very much calm, and while reading the questions, read questions very carefully. बहुत बार होता है ग्रुप में भी I've seen, हम लोग जब प्रैक्टिस करते हैं I've posted a very simple question in a very twisted manner, but तुम्हारा आंसर कुछ और आ गया and you marked it. इंटीजर पूछा नहीं है क्वेश्चन में, रियल क्वेश्चन मतलब रियल सॉल्यूशंस पूछे हैं, यू जस्ट अज्यूम एट द बैक ऑफ द माइंड कि ठीक है इंटीग्रल सॉल्यूशंस पूछे हैं, सो आंसर इज ये और वो. सो रीड द क्वेश्चंस वेरी केयरफुली. ठीक है, पैसेजेस में इट विल हेल्प. डू नॉट गेट लॉस्ट व्हाइल रीडिंग द पैसेज. पता चला पैसेज तुम्हारे स्पोर्ट्स का आ गया, क्रिकेट का आ गया, तुम पैसेज रीड कर रहे हो, इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया का मैच रिलेट हो रहा है. दीज थिंग्स शुड नॉट हैपन. ठीक है, सो डू नॉट गेट लॉस्ट व्हाइल रीडिंग एनी पैसेज, एंड मेक श्योर कि क्वेश्चंस को तुम अच्छे से पढ़ रहे हो. Next, sixth point is, probably from my own experience, even I am a no child prodigy. So जब मैंने पहली बार कैट दिया था back in I think 2013, I scored 90 percentile. तो क्वांट में कुछ 98, 99 था, and verbal was a 51, 52 percentile. मैं गया, मेरे को लगा ठीक है यार इंग्लिश मैथ्स ही तो है, IIT किया 11th 12th में, सब कर लेंगे, मतलब these are normal things, and I just went पूरा confidence में, पूरा चोड़ हो गया, और फिर जब रिजल्ट आया I was like man what the hell has just happened. So the point here is कि you have already worked much harder than what I did. So if I raised my bars from 90 to my dream college, I think any of you can do it. So I don't really think that any one of you is in a situation who cannot do it. तो ये वाला thought नहीं आना चाहिए mind में कि नहीं कर सकते. Probably आए तो मेरा example relate कर लेना, and I think you'll feel much confident about yourself. ठीक है. Now comes while attempting the paper, what are the things to be taken care of? One, it is very much relevant to RC section. See, while attempting any question, don't mark an answer which you think is right, unless you are like, you know, very much sure of it. ऐसा लगेगा कि ठीक है क्वेश्चन पढ़ा है आंसर है, but at least give some time. But because वो कैट है तो at least spend 20-30 seconds, good 20-30 seconds, think about your answer, and unless you are sure about it, do not mark. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि चलो लग रहा है मारते गए. VARC में especially negatives बहुत होते हैं because people just go with the gist कि यार चलो ये होगा. So make sure कि तुम focused हो. Anyways, verbal is the first section, so most of you would be quite fresh and focused. But yeah, these are the things to be taken care of. And CAT is more of a mind game and less of an aptitude game. So if you can control your mind through the techniques that we have just discussed, I think you can just nail the exam. And abhi tak throughout the year we just work on the aptitude part. Abhi last day is the one when you have to focus on your mind. So how do you do it? Through the methods. Try to control your urges at least for today and tomorrow. Then go with a very fresh mind, no expectations, and be ready for any sort of surprise element. When I say no expectation, I think CAT is again like a relationship. The lesser the expectations you have, the better it will flourish. So कुछ भी हो सकता है पेपर में, ठीक है. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि you have 100 questions, you have 120 questions and 120 minutes in front of you. And मैट स्नैप लेवल का भी पेपर आ सकता है, और it can be जैसा जेई आता था कि ठीक है 40 questions आ गए and you have 120 minutes, अब करो. ठीक है, so sets can be as difficult, questions can be as difficult, but remember if it is difficult for you, it is difficult for everyone. जो कट ऑफ 40-50 जाता था वो कट ऑफ सीधा 15-20 हो जाएगा. ठीक है, even if you score 20-25, your percentile can be as high as 99. These things happen. मेरे साथ भी हुआ था, मैं भी अपना एग्जांपल भी बताऊंगा. ठीक है, तो just the idea is make sure कि you don't go with any preconceived notion कि पेपर ऐसा आएगा या वैसा आएगा. कुछ भी आ सकता है. कैट ने इस बार पैटर्न रिलीज नहीं किया है for a reason. So be ready for any surprise element. ऐसा भी जरूरी नहीं कि slot 1 slot 2 का पेपर या पैटर्न सेम हो, ऐसा कहीं लिखा हुआ नहीं गाइडलाइंस में, राइट? सो दो इट हैज बीन द केस थ्रू आउट the years, but it is not fixed, it is not a mandatory thing to happen. So be ready for any sort of surprise element and just go with a fresh mind. Do not assume things कि इतने attempts करने हैं, इतने definitely करने हैं तो इतना score आएगा, percentile आएगा, वो सब नहीं करना आपको, ठीक है? Most important thing probably for slot 2 and slot 3, do not discuss anything with anyone at the center. सेंटर पे जाके ये नहीं करना यार मैंने यहाँ से पढ़ा, ये कोचिंग आप इस सर को जानते हो क्या, ये कर रहे हो क्या, कितने प्रिपरेशन की है, वो सब नहीं करना है. वो यूजुअली होता है when you're at the center, तुमको 1.5 घंटे पहले बुलाते हैं, you are in a group of students like yourself, probably 2-3 को तुम पहचानते होंगे पहले से, and then these sort of discussions happen, they are like very natural. Try to avoid it, isolate yourself, कोई डिस्कशन मोड में मत चले जाना. एंड स्पेशली स्लॉट 2 एंड स्लॉट 3 गाइस, डू नॉट डिस्कस विद स्लॉट 1. स्लॉट 1 वाले बच्चे भी प्लीज स्लॉट 2 और 3 को डिस्टर्ब मत करना. ओनली आफ्टर स्लॉट 3 हैपेंस, रात में जाके हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे. पहले ट्राई टू अवॉइड सोशल मीडिया, इट जस्ट अननेसेसरी रेज योर टेंशन बार्स, ठीक है? तो प्लीज डू नॉट डिस्कस योर पेपर, स्पेशली स्लॉट 1. स्लॉट 2 और 3 सोशल मीडिया को बंद रखना, ठीक है? Do not go or maybe contact अपने slot 1 वाले किसी भी friend के आसपास टच में मत रहना. Do not pick up their calls कि यार पेपर ऐसा हो गया, वो हो गया, कुछ भी नहीं करना, ठीक है? Avoid them at least unless you are done with your paper. Very very much important, ठीक है? And if you have something that is bothering you, you can directly ping me, contact me, Jay sir, Rajat sir. हम लोगों को तुम directly contact कर सकते हो, but try to at least avoid your friends unless you are done with your paper. So next 24 hours, it is just your journey. Isolate yourself. दोस्ती यारी कल की बात निभाएंगे, ठीक है? अभी नहीं करना है सब. 11th point जो एग्जाम में बहुत होता है, especially in DILR section, if you're stuck in a question or stuck in a set, do not panic. Very very important thing. What you have to do at this time is take a break, close your eyes. 15-20 सेकंड में anyways तुम लोग कुछ ज्यादा नहीं उखाड़ लोगे, राइट? So take a break, 15-20 सेकंड का, 25 सेकंड का, have some water, close your eyes and then restart. This will give you enough good amount of energy. And सुबह अगर तुमने meditation और exercise किया है, I'm sure this trick will definitely work. It has happened with me. जय सर, रजत सर के साथ भी हुआ होगा. So they will also share their experiences about the same. But I can share from my instance कि मैं CAT 2015 पेपर देने गया था, DLR set में गया. Anyways, first section was verbal, which was never my forte. I was like चलो ठीक है कर लिया, सारे 34 अटेम्प्ट कर लिए, बट मुझे पता था 34 में से 15-20 ही सही होंगे, 50% से ज्यादा एक्यूरेसी मेरा होता नहीं है. नेक्स्ट वाज DLR. आई अटेम्प्टेड किया, सेट 1 बहुत टफ, नहीं हुआ. आई स्पेंड 5-6-7 मिनट, नहीं हुआ. सेट 2 नहीं हुआ, सेट 3 नहीं हुआ, सेट 4 भी नहीं हुआ. मैं ऊपर टाइमर देख रहा हूँ, 30 मिनट्स लेफ्ट, 30 मिनट्स आर ऑलरेडी डन, माय अटेम्प्ट्स आर 0, एब्सोल्युटली 0. दिमाग में बहुत चीजें आ रही कि यार फर्स्ट सेक्शन वर्बल है, एनीवेज नहीं होता, DLR में भी फट गई है, अब पता नहीं क्या होगा, बचा क्वांट, आई एम जस्ट गोन. दिमाग में थॉट्स आ रहे हैं यार नेक्स्ट ईयर मैं ये वाला मॉक लूंगा, ये करूंगा, वो करूंगा. देन पता नहीं अंदर से आई जस्ट हैड अ वॉइस की टेक ए ब्रेक. आई टुक ए ब्रेक, थोड़ा पानी वानी पिया, आई क्लोज्ड माय आईज 15-20 सेकंड्स एंड इट डेफिनेटली हेल्प्ड मी. फिर जो बाकी के 30 मिनट्स है ना, आई वाज एबल टू सॉल्व अराउंड 6 to 7 सेट्स. आई डोंट नो हाउ इट हैपेंड. कभी मॉक्स में तो हुआ नहीं था ऐसा, बट या इट हैपेंड विद मी एक्चुअली इन द ऑन द डी डे. And I think this is very practical क्योंकि तुमने साल भर काफी चीजें पढ़ी है, you know the things, you know a lot of concept. The only thing is to be able to click on that. So if you take a break, your mind and body gives you that sort of inertia कि ठीक है, you'll be able to recall and like get back to things at a very faster pace. So take a break. ऐसी चीजें हो सकती है, I'm sure it will happen with some of you also अगर पेपर टफ आता है तो. So take a break, ठीक है? या सिमर दीज थिंग्स हैपन. मतलब उसके बाद तुमको लगता है चलो यार शॉर्टकट लगाओ, क्योंकि तुम स्टार्टिंग से शॉर्टकट कर रहे हो, एग्जाम के टाइम पे नहीं सोच पाते, एंड देन लगता है यार चलो ठीक है, आई जस्ट अज्यूम द आंसर टू बी बी, एंड देन मैंने पूरा सेट सॉल्व कर लिया, सारे जितने भी मतलब इक्वेशन से सारे इक्वेशन सॉल्व हो गए. सो आई वाज लाइक चलो ठीक है, आंसर हैज टू बी बी ओनली, ठीक है? तो वो बहुत सारी ट्रिक्स होती है जो तुम डेवलप करते हो ड्यूरिंग योर मॉक्स, एंड दैट डेफिनेटली हेल्प्स यू. So just maintain your calm. I think every one of you can solve all the questions of CAT in a non-time bound manner at your home, but exam mein those behavioral things matter a lot, and that is what differentiates a 95 percentiler versus a 99.9 percentiler, and nothing else. Preparation sabne kari hoti, theek hai? Next, most importantly, do not get stuck in quant for and even in verbal for more than 2 minutes per question. देख लेना पहले कि भाई कितने क्वेश्चन है. अगर 120 क्वेश्चन है then you have to change your strategy. Probably उतना प्रैक्टिस किया नहीं होगा हमने मॉक में क्योंकि none of the institute has given you that sort of experience. But अगर number of questions कितने हैं उसके हिसाब से calculate the average time before starting the paper and always have an eye on the timer. पता चला एक क्वेश्चन आ गया एल्जेब्रा का, लगे पड़े हैं सब सॉल्व कर रहे हैं 2 मिनट 3 मिनट 4 मिनट हो गया 5 मिनट हो गया. जैसे ही वो टाइमर बढ़ेगा उसके बाद the pulse rate will also increase. ठीक है. So make sure you have an eye on the timer. Do not, मतलब ये बहुत हार्ड स्टॉप कर लेना 2 मिनट के बाद कितना भी अर्ज हो नहीं करना है क्वेश्चन, फिर नहीं हो रहा तो unless you are almost on the verge of calculating the answer. And this is the reason why CAT gives you mark for review वाला option, right? So that जो question तुमको लग रहा है but you have spent enough time नहीं हो रहा, mark that question for review and then come back later. And probably the last thing from my side, very important, stay safe. कोविड का टाइम है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए तुम गए सेंटर में कि ग्लव्स निकाल लिया, मास्क वास्क सब हटा दिया, आराम से बैठ के कर रहे हो, सेंटर टच कर रहे हो, वही हाथ नोज पे लगा रहे हो, मुंह में लगा रहे हो. मेक श्योर यू आर स्टेइंग सेफ. कैट का एग्जाम इज जस्ट फर्स्ट स्टेज, इट विल बी फॉलोड बाय जीडीपीआई, जैट आ रहा है, आईएफटी, बहुत सारे एग्जाम्स है अभी, राइट? सो ट्राई टू वियर मास्क. if that is not a discomfort है तो you can remove it, but at least don't touch your hands with your body parts, nose, eyes, वो सब मत करना. If you have a glass, better to wear the glass. Number नहीं भी है तो blue rays वाला glass हो, that also you can use, but make sure you're staying safe. I think pretty much from my side. I'll just invite Jay to also give his 2 cents, and maybe if Rajat sir is here, he can also give, and you guys can also ask anything that you may have in your mind.
Yes, thank you, Shubham. So I'll keep it very short. Major thing मैं जो discuss करूँगा is the thoughts which go into your mind, right? Just before the exam. So this happened with me and will happen to most of you guys. So why does this happen? Because we have given our best, right? We have done sincere preparation. So those who ever do this will definitely get sort of tension and anxiety. This is a sign that you have done your job well. So you will see many students at the center who will be very casual. They just carry one pen, they wear chappal and they just come to exam. They laugh, smile, joke मारते हैं. So they वैसे टाइप के लोग भी रहते हैं and they are very casual. वो आज भी ऐसे ही सोएंगे जैसे 10 दिन पहले सोते थे, right? So it may happen that आपको आज रात को थोड़ा uneasy लगे, नींद ना आए. So that is normal, right? मेरे को भी हुआ था exactly. I was unable to sleep before my CAT exam. So this is a sign that you have done well in your preparation. And this is expected, but don't worry. Just listen to some calming music or some app of meditation, something. Just relax yourself and finally you will get to sleep, right? There is nothing to worry much. सबको हो रहा है ये. So आप Prepzone के students ऐसे और maybe 50-100 institutes होंगे, right? So every student of these institutes who has sincerely prepared will definitely have this anxiety. कैसा होगा पेपर, what about will it be similar to mocks, or there will be hundreds of questions. So rather than trying to answer those questions within your mind, just let those questions be, right? Don't try to answer anything within your mind. Just go with the flow. So आज जितना relax हो सके you can do. Music सुनो, parents से बात करो, watch तारक
Friends
मेहता
के
if you
episodes देखो,
yes
Bang Theory देखो, मतलब this is a day to relax, I think.
correct. So this is the major part which I wanted to cover today. कि whatever thoughts come or uneasiness रहेगा, let it be. So don't try to fight it out. It's normal and it is a sign that you have done your job well. Apart from that, specifically to the verbal section, I want to say we are, I think, expecting 23 to 24 questions in CAT. So what I feel personally is if your accuracy is very good for 13 to 14 question attempt, I feel that is more than enough to score a very, very good score in verbal. Because if you score with 95-99% accuracy for 14 questions at least, ज़्यादा time ले लो, that doesn't matter. But अगर 14 questions भी आपने कर दिए 24 में से, because most people will do this mistake, they will try to attempt everything. मेरे को पेपर खत्म करना है. That's what is the attitude of most of the students who are not well trained. So your purpose should not be to solve all the questions unless it's your strength area. Right? Cons में कर सकते हो, because I did that in my cons. If I would have got 1-2 minutes, I left only 1 or 2 questions in con. That too time नहीं था. So there will be some strength areas for you guys. So उसमें आप कर सकते हो heavy attempts. But advisable है VARC में stick to 14-15 questions with high accuracy. You can give some more time even after attempting, reread the question and be doubly sure that the answer marked is right. So that should be the strategy for VARC, because if this section is taken care of, I think all are very good in DI, LR, Quant. So everybody generally are good in those, right? So don't panic much, and just try to be as normal when you go to exam, right? आप ऐसा समझो कि अब normal एक mock दे रहे हो IMS का और something, उसको आप जितना माइंड में स्पेशल पोजीशन दोगे कि नहीं नहीं ये तो कैट है, नहीं हुआ तो क्या होगा, एंड सो ऑन. So that will be a big challenge for you guys. So just think that it's a very normal exam. उससे कुछ होगा नहीं, right? जो हुआ हुआ, but मैंने प्रिपरेशन किया है एंड जैसा होगा होगा. So you will also come to know when you start attempting ना, एग्जाम से 5 मिनट पहले आपको लगेगा अरे क्या होगा, तब तक थोड़ा फीलिंग रहेगा, बट once you go into the flow ना, आपको पता चल जाएगा कि अरे मेरे को तो आ रहा है, I have done similar types, I know what is this, I know how to think now. And half the time into the exam you will be very much comfortable. I assure you very much on this, that 50% of your exam when you are done, you will be very confident and you will gain your confidence full 100%. So एग्जाम के पहले तक थोड़ा रहेगा, एंड थोड़ा रहना भी चाहिए, बिकॉज दैट इज कॉल्ड सीरियसनेस फॉर एन एग्जाम, right? But just don't get too bogged down by the pressure. You can always reach out to me or anybody of the mentors, even in the night today, right? We are available over our calls, so you can call us anytime on this. So this was it from my side. I won't take much of your time, and thanks for joining before the DD. So I think Rajat can also comment on something.
Yeah, I think Rajat can also come, and before he joins, I think just one piece of advice for students. कल पेपर में I'm very sure कि at least 40% of the questions will be like very sitter. तो ये गलती मत करना. And ideally मतलब I've seen कि ऐसा होता है कि जो last के questions होते हैं, या probably towards the later half of the paper, they give you questions which are slightly easier as compared to the first half. So because IIM Indore is setting the paper again this year, last 2013, 2014 maybe उसी ने बनाया था, so they generally do these things. I'm not sure whether they'll do it this time or not, but it might happen. So the idea should be to be able to see all the questions and all the paper completely, and उसके बाद it should be your call to leave a question or to not leave a question. ठीक है? And for that, the only thing is you have to pace up and you have to just read all the questions and get rid of those which you cannot solve. अगर सारे easy वाले भी तुमने कर लिए ना, only sitter questions, then also your percentage will at least cross 90 to 95. अगर सारे sitter भी कर लिए तो. But होता यही है कि हम लोग sitter छोड़ देते हैं, difficulties में ज़्यादा time लगा देते हैं, and then we just end up getting negatives. तो वो वाला opportunity cost मत करना बस. Yeah,
right.
Over to you, Rajat.
Hello everyone. Just a couple of pointers and a couple of short little stories. As far as pointers are concerned, let me start with what this last period of 10 days or so, especially this last 2 days, does is it brings everyone to the same pedestal, right? आपके marks 40-50 में आ रहे हो, चाहे आपके marks hundreds में आ रहे हो, चाहे आपके marks 130-140 के आसपास आ रहे हो, everyone feels the exact same way, as Jay sir and Shubham sir also pointed out. Everyone feels the same anxiety. Marks doesn't matter. ये last stage में हम लोग सब बराबर हैं, ठीक है? तो वो ना सुनना किसी की बातें. I have advised all of my students to just switch off their internet for tomorrow, the entire day, ठीक है? Because see, all these institutes will also come up with their analysis. Try to come up with their analysis as soon as possible. हमको कुछ नहीं देखना है. हमको सिर्फ रात को 6:30 बजे के बाद जो भी बातें करनी है वो सब बातें करनी है. First thing. Second thing is I wish to share a very small little story. So everyone says this ना कि ये वाले क्वेश्चंस आए तो ये वाला स्कोर होना चाहिए, ये वाले क्वेश्चंस आए तो ये वाला स्कोर होना चाहिए, वगैरह वगैरह. So I remember this marketing professor of mine during my college, during my MBA. So marketing is like the most generic thing possible across specializations, right? तो उसमें सब कुछ पढ़ाते हैं. So all of these books teach you all the technicalities, all the technical details, right? उसके बाद that professor after every lecture, every topic used to finish ना, मतलब पहले सब कुछ बताएगा, सब कुछ technicalities explain करेंगे, and then he used to end with every lecture with it depends. So सब कुछ बताया, उसके बाद खत्म कहाँ पे हुआ? It depends. So it depends वाला चीज has stuck with me since then, and I think will remain with me forever. तो ये चीज हमेशा शुभम सर के पूरी की पूरी conversation में the most important thing according to me is please be very flexible. वो shock वाला factor, वो surprise वाला factor, please उसको उससे बचना. And that's it. कुछ ज्यादा पढ़ाई करने की जरूरत नहीं, कुछ भी पढ़ाई करने की जरूरत नहीं। इनफैक्ट आज जस्ट मेक श्योर यू स्पेंड टाइम विद योर फैमिली और अपने आप को थका देना। सो अगर वो नींद ना आने का स्कोप हो तो प्लीज मेक श्योर योर बॉडी टायर्स आउट एट द वेरी मैक्सिमम। खेलो कूदो कुछ भी करो, पढ़ाई मत करो बस। एंड one more last story where I'll end is my own cat 17 experience. So during my student days, my cat was cat 13. So while becoming a faculty, my first cat was cat 17. ठीक है, तो I had all this knowledge transfer done from my side to my students. वही सब usual stuff कि भाई attempt कम करना, set को choose करना वगैरह वगैरह, right? And what happened in my actual cat? Verbal section तोड़ू, मतलब मेरी तैयारी इतनी वर्बल सेक्शन की बिल्कुल जीरो, इवन नेगेटिव। हाँ मतलब मैंने कुछ वर्बल टच ही नहीं किया पिछले 2 साल से 3 साल से। एंड वर्बल सेक्शन इतना आसान लगा मुझे, मैंने कहा यार वाओ। सो आई अटेम्प्टेड 30 क्वेश्चंस आउट ऑफ 34 एंड बीइंग अ quant faculty I was so mesmerized with my performance in the verbal section that confidence translated into the DLR section. And what happened was the DLR was very tough. So my own strategy I wasn't able to apply myself. मैंने पहला सेट उठाया, उसी को सॉल्व करना शुरू कर दिया और सॉल्व तो होना ही था, but by the end of my first set it was 20 minutes gone, right? So that time I realized कि भाई मैं जो बोलता हूँ सबको वो मैं खुद ही नहीं कर पाया, right? So please make sure वो टाइमर जो चल रहा है उसको एकदम दिमाग में रखो कि वो ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड नहीं होना चाहिए। और उसके बाद अगर हो भी गया, so for example at the end of those 20 minutes when I realized कि ठीक है fuck up हो चुका है, but then what? Now can I come back to my own strategy? Yes. So there's very much scope available at every moment. So do not lose hope. As Shubham sir correctly mentioned कि 15-20 सेकंड लो, 30 सेकंड लो, अपने आप को वापस थॉट्स को लेके आओ and please make sure you come back to your own strategy very soon. That's about it. बाकी सब please questions पूछो सब लोग यार. So go ahead with the questions as much as possible. I'm done. Thank you.
Sir, someone in the chat wrote that you cannot wear shoes on D-Day. Is that true?
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, ये रूमर्स कौन फैला रहा है? Let's see. You can wear shoes, मतलब wear whatever you want to wear, yeah, jeans, t-shirt, shoes, jacket. Yes, guys, you can ask us anything. क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, क्या देखना है, and all.
Sir, actually on admit card it's mentioned that you can't wear thick soles shoes. And shoes are usually thick sole, like, so I think we can't wear them. It's mentioned on admit card. I don't know whether it's true or not.
We have to remove them outside.
Manchu, I think they're talking about the woodland kind of shoes which are having a very big sole. Because shoes पहनने से मना नहीं किया है वहाँ पे, I think.
अरे सुनो ना, everyone, these things firstly depend on the center, ठीक है? तो center to center these things vary. आपको कहीं पे कुछ अलाउड होता है, कहीं पे कुछ अलाउड। अब मान लो आप शूज पहन के चले गए तो what? शूज निकाल देना, it's okay.
I think सब लोग ये कह रहे हैं अगर शूज निकालने होंगे तो वहां जाके निकाल देना, अंदर सॉक्स पहन के जाना। तो
That's it.
मतलब सॉक्स पहन लेना क्योंकि इट इज अ कोल्ड वेदर और एटलीस्ट फर्स्ट लौटे तो काफी ठंड रहेगा सुबह।
शशांक से ठंड है यार, ठंड। सुनो, तुमको इतनी गर्मी लग रही होगी ना उस टाइम पे, कैट की गर्मी इज इनफ टू कॉम्पेंसेट फॉर द ठंड दैट इज देयर आउटसाइड, ओके? सो डोंट वरी अबाउट दीस थिंग्स एट ऑल। अभी कुछ सोचना ही नहीं है ये सब के बारे में। जूते अलाउड है, पर्स अलाउड है, फोन अलाउड है, forget about these
Rajat sir, I think वहाँ पे बाहर में कुछ स्टॉल्स लगे हुए रहते हैं आजकल outside every center.
बिल्कुल।
So ताकि उनका भी बिजनेस होता है and we also get the convenience.
बस तो या तो अपनी कार लेके जाओ, उसमें रख दो, और कार नहीं है तो फिर ऐसे जगहों पे रख दो। So don't worry, आपको ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा भी आपको वापस आना पड़ेगा घर पे अपने के बीच, ठीक है? सामान रख के जाऊँ, मैं वापस जाऊँ सेंटर पे, that's okay.
तेज धड़कन को कैसे रोकना है राहुल?
वो नहीं रुकेगी, वो नहीं रुकेगी, वो चलती रहेगी। So practice all your yoga, practice all your meditation one day before the exam, but during the exam वो चलेगा। But once it starts, you start to solve, then everything goes away.
Exactly. जैसे ही तुमसे पहला क्वेश्चन सॉल्व होगा, you see कि जो सॉल्व हुआ वो ऑप्शन में है, you just mark the answer and then you'll feel so good and confident कि फिर अपने आप I think pace will increase.
laugh and cry later, both of them. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल कर लो यार, जो करना है कर लो. अभी कुछ परमिशन मत पूछो, it's okay.
So guys,
Do whatever
just
you
to
feel like.
also let you know, there is not only ABC, right? There are ABC, Lucknow, Kozhikode, Indore, like so many colleges. So don't worry कि ABC ही
Correct.
चाहिए and all, right?
इसके बाद
It doesn't
NMAT है,
matter.
IFT है, ZAT है, पता नहीं कितने
Yes.
एग्जाम्स हैं. मतलब we have
I have
enough.
colleagues from Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, whatnot, all the top 12 B schools. Same pay scale, same job, same गालियाँ सुनना है boss से. So it doesn't matter, guys. So
Yeah. And just one piece of thing कि आज का सेशन का मेन पर्पस तो ये था कि D-Day के जस्ट पहले है. And second occasion was I think tomorrow is Prashant sir's marriage, so he could not join. So I actually invited him कि यार तू वहीं पे शादी के मंडप से एक बार आ जा live, मजा आएगा. But then he couldn't join. Third reason was I think we have a student Simar. It is her birthday as well today.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Simar.
Many happy returns of the day, Simar.
happy birthday.
Thank you so much, sir.
अब बस
बेचारी सिमर का
birthday gift
बर्थडे
मिलेगा.
हर साल कैट के आसपास आता है, वो हर साल बेचारी सेलिब्रेट नहीं कर पाती.
सर आप हर साल तो ऐसे बोल रहे हो जैसे मैं पता नहीं कितने साल से
15
कैट
साल
दे
से
रही
कैट दे
हूँ.
रही है.
सही
बस
है.
लास्ट कैट है ये.
पर हाँ कॉलेज एग्जाम्स के बीच में आ रहा था ना, तो 4-5 साल से अब मतलब ऐसे एक्साइटमेंट ओवर हो चुका है बर्थडे को लेकर ना, सेलिब्रेशन का. हर बार एग्जाम्स होते हैं 3-4 साल से अब.
Oh. नहीं लास्ट ईयर तो आई थिंक कैट के बाद आया होगा. कैट वाज ऑन 22nd.
बस कॉलेज के एग्जाम्स थे और 2 दिन में, और
हाँ.
मेरी तबीयत तो इतनी परफेक्ट चल रही थी कि वो रजत सर से पूछो तो कुछ ना कुछ चल ही रहा था. इस बार अभी तक अच्छा चल रहा है.
Good.
इस बार तो सिमर फोड़ देगी, मतलब इसके बाद दोबारा जिंदगी में कैट नहीं देना.
हाँ.
आई होप.
किसी को भी लास्ट. सही है गाइस. ठीक है तो आई थिंक कल अच्छे से जाओ. इफ देयर आर एनी मोर क्वेश्चंस आस्क अस. कल पेपर खत्म होने के बाद रात में एक बार बता देना कैसा गया क्या गया. प्रोबेबली वी कैन कनेक्ट टुमारो आफ्टर थर्ड स्लॉट का पेपर जब खत्म हो जाएगा. कल रात में वी कैन कनेक्ट. 2-3 दिन चिल करेंगे एंड देन विल स्टार्ट विद ZAT एंड GDPI. पता नहीं अभी तो बहुत सारी चीजें बची है.
हाँ. So the main factor is this one only that we'll talk about tomorrow and later. कि भैया CAT is not the end of the road. We still have more than couple of months to go for one more special exam called IFT, right? तो अभी बहुत टाइम है. It's not all eggs in one basket. So उसी pressure को हटा के, so just make sure कि वो जब भी pressure आए दिमाग में, तो just make sure you tell it to yourself कि it's okay, CAT ही तो है, हो जाएगा.
Yes.
बस that's it.
And I think there are some repeaters as well जिन्होंने CAT 19 दिया. They are wondering sir CAT 19 अच्छा नहीं हुआ, VRC अच्छा नहीं हुआ. यार मतलब ठीक है, देखो every paper is different. इस बार तो pattern ही change हो गया है, right? And this time I am इंदौर set कर रहा है. So just chill. मतलब पिछले साल का पेपर करना हो तो देख लो. मतलब अभी तो advisable definitely नहीं है आज last day तो. But if you have seen score नहीं आया, I think all that is okay. मतलब अब does not matter, as I think Jay and Rajat had already spoken कि now everyone is on the very same level. तो अब chill करो. मतलब doesn't matter I think. ठीक है. Anyone has anything else to add to maybe
Yeah, at
wish?
last point, just to add one last point. See, whatever questions we have done, right? We have chosen those questions very selectively for your preparation. मतलब रजत सर ने या मैंने या शुभम, what we have chosen these questions based on our past experience, right? ये random questions नहीं थे जो भी आपने क्लास में practice किया या assignment किया. So we are very sure that at least 95% तो replicate होंगे on the similar lines. So it is not that something will come way too out of the blue. कुछ सरप्राइज हो सकता है, बट यू शुड बी कॉन्फिडेंट कि 95-96% हमको पता है ऐसा क्वेश्चन आता है. इन्फ्रेंस बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस क्या होता है, थीम बेस्ड क्या होता है, मतलब सब किया है हमने, राइट? ऐसा नहीं है कि कुछ किया नहीं है. सो जस्ट टू ऐड दैट.
Correct. So I think that should give you guys a confidence कि यार तुमने already इतने multiple diverse variety of faculty mentors से पढ़ा है, तो तुमको काफी कुछ experience already आ चुका है. So I don't think it matters. And तुमने काफी कुछ कर लिया है. So just chill अभी. अगर notes revise करने हो that you can do, but try मतलब शाम में 6-7 बजे तक सब wrap up हो जाए. 8 बजे we'll have a Bakar session. Try to be part of it and just chillax. इससे थोड़ा सा mind को rest मिलेगा. आधा पौना घंटा मस्ती करेंगे and then that's it. And उसके बाद डिनर विनर करके सो जाना, म्यूजिक सुन के. अवतांश कॉल कर लेना, प्रोबेबली थर्ड स्लॉट के बाद कॉल कर लेना कल रात में, ठीक है? कल शाम में मैं शायद अवेलेबल नहीं हूँ, आई हैव टू गो समवेयर, बट उसके अलावा यू कैन गिव मी अ कॉल एनी टाइम टुमारो, ठीक है? Maybe you all can wish yourself and each other. These have been your pillars, support pillars since I think last 6 months, 8 months, 10 months. So great work.
चलो, all the best everyone.
Yeah,
बिल्कुल
all the
सबको।
best guys. Give your best. कल 4 के आना and then let's catch up tomorrow. ठीक है? Bye bye.